face.
Alright, howdy YouTube, this is Rock, and we're going to be doing another edition of Heroes of the Storm. The quick matches today have been horrible, so let's hope that the next one is a little bit better than it has been. But I decided that we're going to pull out Raynor. We're going to check him out here. Now, if you've never played Raynor before, his Q ability is Penetrating Round. You deal a bunch of damage and knocks the enemy back. So it's a nice little kickback. It's also wonderful for some of those abilities out there that are channels, stuff like that, because you can knock them back and knock them out of the channel. So it's a nice little tidbit to hang on to as you're playing, and you see anybody channel, shoot them with your Q ability. Then we have his W ability, which is Inspire. You gain 30% bonus attack speed for 6 seconds, and it's a 10-second cooldown, so you're going to want to spam this every time it's down. Nearby allies gain half of this bonus, so you definitely want to use it whenever possible. You want to keep that on cooldown and always have it up. Your E ability is automatically activates to heal for 440 whenever you are below 30 health, but you can use it whenever you need to. Just hit your E ability and it will heal up. There is a 40-second cooldown there. And his passive ability is Advanced Optics. The basic range attack is 20% further than other ranged heroes, and you can see for 10% further than other heroes. So he can just see further and shoot further than most other people. The heroic abilities we have Hyperion. You order a Hyperion to make a strafing run. So if you've ever seen this on a battlefield before, it's basically, you see the shadow of a big ship that appears on the screen or on the ground. As it slowly moves across, it's going to shoot down and do damage. It does damage to heroes, enemies, and structures. And it is a 100-second cooldown, so it's a little... it's a little long cooldown compared to some other people, but it is a nice ability. It is great for people can easily see it, so it's definitely a good pushback. You don't necessarily take this for the damage, although it definitely does do damage, but it is a good way to clear people out of the way, because obviously you don't want to just get shot by it if you don't have to. And his other one is Raynor's Raiders, which are these little banshees that will summon up, and you can actually direct them to attack certain targets or certain heroes or whatever if you like, and you can redirect them as long as they're still active and they have hit points, because obviously they have a time limit and they also have a hit point bar. So if somebody kills them, then they're going to disappear, or if they happen to, they will dissipate after a certain period of time. But you can control them, which most people don't realize you can do. You can actually decide which character you want them to fight. So those are his abilities. The talent build that we're going to go with today, starting at level 1, I'm either going to go with Give Me More, which Adrenaline Rush heals for 50% more health, which is definitely a nice thing. Unless we're running with a pretty good support healer like Lieutenant Morales or something like that, I'll probably go with this one. The other good choice is Seasoned Marksman. It can definitely add to your damage in the late game, but I am horrible at actually building these stacks up because you just feel like, the only thing you want to do is you want to just kill the minions in the beginning of the game just to try to build this as strong as possible. So for the late game, when you're not going to be focusing on the minions as much. And I'm just horrible, especially depending on the kinds of maps and stuff of building these marksmen, which is why normally I go with Give Me More. So like I said, unless I have somebody that's a really good healer, I'm probably going to go with Give Me More. Level 4, we're going to go with a Focused Attack. Every 10 seconds, your next basic attack against a hero deals 60% additional damage. And your basic attacks will reduce this cooldown by 1 second. So every time you're doing a basic attack, it's just going to tick off that 10% or 10-second cooldown on it. But it only works on heroes, so it doesn't work on minions and stuff like that. But it is passive, so you don't have to really think about it too much. It's just a 60% damage boost when you're attacking heroes, basically. Level 7, we're going to go with the Revolution Overdrive. Gain a 10% movement speed while affected by Inspire. Which, if you remember, going back to his abilities, is his W ability, which is the thing that you're going to want on cooldown all the time. So with the bonuses from Inspire, you're also going to be gaining an additional 10% movement speed, and increases this bonus by 5% for each allied hero nearby when Inspired is cast. So if you're in a big team fight, you cast Inspire, say your whole team is there. That's four other heroes, so that's an extra 20% movement speed. So that's a nice little boost there. Level 10, out of the two heroics, I do love Hyperion more, so I'm probably going to go with that one. Just because you don't have to think about it as much. I love to leave it and let it go. I don't like micromanaging as much as some other people do. Level 13, we're going to go with double-barreled. Penetrating round gains a second charge. So you're going to be able to shoot it off twice, which is nice. Level 16, we're going to go with Bullseye. The first enemy hit by penetrating round, which you will then have 2 shots of, you'll stun them for 1 second. And as I said, I always love those stuns. So any stun you can get is good by my book. And level 20, we're going to go with Nexus Frenzy, which is just a passive ability. It increases your attack speed by 20% and your attack range by 20%. So it just means you're going to be able to shoot farther and faster. So that's the talent build we're going to go with today for Raynor. I love this skin on Raynor. What is it called? It's called Marshal Raynor. He looks like an old cowboy kind of thing. Alright, so we're going to queue up for a quick match and see what we get today. Okay, so that was actually a quick queue compared to the last few quick matches I've done. Well, on the friendly side, we have Raynor, obviously, me. We have Illidan, we have Abathur, Jaina, and Dahaka. So no supports on our side, so I'm definitely going to go with the Give Me More. On the enemy side, we have Vala, Li Ming, we have Zeratul, if I can talk, Dahaka, and the Lost Vikings. I don't see the Lost Vikings very often in quick match, so this will be interesting. Alright, the map today, we're going to be playing on 2 Towers of Doom. Man, I can't talk. Woo. Alright, on Towers of Doom, if you don't know, you don't actually attach the core on this map of the enemy side. You actually have to collect the bell towers, or the active altars here, to shoot shots from your bell towers into the enemy team. So the more towers you actually control, so it's a control map, the more shots you're going to be able to do, or the less shots your enemy side is going to be able to do. So there is a back and forth with this one. You do take down the towers on the enemy side, and once you take them down, they respawn on your side, which then will give you that additional shot. Now, good to note on this map, if you do happen to be lucky enough or good enough to control all 6 towers, your 3 and their 3, you would just automatically just start shooting. If you control all 6 towers, it'll just be, I think it's like a shot like every 5 seconds, I want to say. It's just going to be a constant bombardment onto the other side until you either win or the enemy team takes back one of the towers. So that is a fair note. Also, as another note, there is a boss on here, which is the Headless Horseman. If you defeat the boss, you don't actually get to control the boss. The boss will just then shoot out 4 shots onto your enemy's base. So there's very, very strategic times to be getting the boss, especially if you're close to winning. That's a wonderful time to run up and grab the boss. So it's also something to be watching for on the enemy team if they run up, if you're low and they decide to run up and grab the boss also. So it's an interesting dynamic of the map, not like any of the other maps. So we're gonna go with level 1 of give me more. Okay. So nobody's dispersing. This is going to be an interesting matchup for our side. I'd like to see how well the Abathur works. Although the Abathur Illidan combo with putting the hat of Abathur on Illidan is so powerful. You can definitely be taking down a good amount of people. Nobody is on bottom, so that's a thing. And I'm gonna go down there since nobody else did.
All day long.
Oh Lord! They're just pounding on me pretty good, aren't they? All right.
Sounds like.
Now, did you notice that little bit of a boost? Like, I didn't have Inspire on, so like you could hear him shooting. Now put a boost on. Where'd he go?
Raiders roll.
The altars rise again.
Oh. She jumped in and got me.
That just happened.
Go forth and claim the altars in my name. The Raven Lord demands it. You are no longer welcome, Raven Lord.
Raiders roll.
Alright, so now we're down one shot. Probably should have went top and helped Gina.
Count on me.
Oh man. The ranged assassin on these guys. Alright, level 4, we're gonna go with focused attack. We're losing on XP because nobody's soaking every lane.
Raiders roll. Time to man up.
Alright, so we got a Lost Viking team that don't know what they're doing either. On their side anyway. Because they're all grouped up.
The altars have risen.
Alright, so we're gonna try to come down here and get this altar.
We've lost this one, Raven.
Oh man.
It will not be your
Again, nobody's focusing on these objectives. They're just, well, we were off a little bit, but Illidan was just like off on his own up there. Alright, level 7, we're gonna go Revolution Overdrive.
Raiders roll. You can count on me.
Alright, so they got this camp here. So we got to stop this camp. Because these little guys, if they make it to our wall, they will just blow up. So we got to take these guys out before they make it to the wall. So that they don't take the wall down easily.
It's all good. All day long.
Lay claim to the altars. Do not disappoint me. Excellent.
Oh, man. Alright, so level 10, so we're gonna be able to do some damage now, maybe, sort of, kind of, hopefully. Nobody's up here except for Abathur, he's out there a ways.
Raiders roll. Time to man up.
Lord, these guys are just roaming all together. We need to stick together now.
Let's make it.
Alright. So... Alright, so the last time I was in a quick match, I kept saying that we needed to group up and stay together and everything. And it didn't happen. So let's hope that it does this time.
Right on.
The time is claim the altars in my name.
And they're just like totally chasing us off.
This is the Nexus. This realm turns against you.
Your failure will soon be complete.
They're just like running out of nowhere. Alright, level 13, we're gonna go with double barrel. Quick match fun! At least that's what I keep telling myself. Quick match fun.
Just never get used to that. This should be good.
Oop, why did I get off my mount?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, there's nobody mid. I guess I'm gonna stay here.
Whatever's close.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The altars rise. I'll pay for that. Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that
Sweet.
leads to the battleground center. Use it well.
What? I mean, I knew I could do that. I've opened my tunnel as well.
I think that's the first time I've actually listened to that interaction.
Heroes, do not let the Gravekeeper's cronies reach the altars before you.
Your time is ending, Raven Lord.
Hey, we got a shot off! Yay!
Just never get used to that.
Fire upon the core. Shatter it.
Yay! I think they're just doing way too much damage for us. Of course, they're also almost two full levels ahead of us. That Zeratul, he's irritating me. Abathur's just kind of sitting there. What kind of build did Abathur go with?
Well, that just happened.
Well, that just happened.
All day long.
Alright, so I wanted to go top, but you know what? I'm just gonna stick. Alright, well I'm trying to stick with my team, but I don't know really where to go, because they're kind of all over the place. Oh, Illidan's coming up. Alright, where are you going, Illidan? I'm gonna stay with you. Because I don't know you. Alright, so we're gonna do a bullseye.
All day long.
Keep Destroy.
That's it. We got this.
Take the altar and put an end to the
count on me.
Gravekeeper.
You've lost this one, Raven Lord. It will not be.
I think I saved us from getting one shot. If I hadn't taken that tower, we would have just died. It would have been totally game over. Not that I think we're going to come back at all.
Yes, slay them. Double kill. I am Lord of this realm, and it will not be stolen from me.
Now, what you really want to do in these fights is normally you would want to take out like a tower or something like that, but the towers just respawn after you kill this thing. So there's no point in wasting shots anywhere else.
Death to all who serve the Gravekeeper.
Way to go.
So maybe if we can take this tower,
Much obliged.
Double kill.
Gotta be faster than that.
see, now we own all six towers. So we might actually get a comeback. Not with them killing us all. But if we can hold out, we might actually win. I mean, we only have one shot left, and it would just take one of them to come down here and grab them. Grab one of these towers.
Lay claim to the altars. Do not disappoint me. Enough of this.
All right, so next is Frenzy. We're doing a little bit of a comeback. We're doing a little bit of a comeback. I can't believe this. Are we gonna win? Are we gonna win? Oh my god. Oh my god.
The altar is ours. Fire on the Gravekeeper.
We won. We had one shot left, and I hate. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was unbelievable. We had 1 hit point left, not more than 2 minutes ago, and they had 27 hits left on their core, and I don't want to say it was my play that really turned it around, but because I took that one tower instead of focusing my attack on the temple that spawned, it meant that their shot that they got off only had 3 shots, and that's how we only had 1 shot left. And with that turnaround of us getting that first tower, then the next tower, and the third tower, and then there's just those constant shots, we made a total comeback on that game. That's unbelievable. That was awesome. That was awesome to see that turnaround. I don't want to take credit for that, but I have to say, because I took that, if I hadn't have taken that tower, then the other team would have gotten 4 shots off and would have killed us. But because I took that shower, it gave us the way to come back and actually win the game. That's unbelievable that it was 1-27 and we won. And why is it taking so long to get the game results? Oh man, that was spectacular. I don't even know how I did. I have no idea how I did because I wasn't keeping track of anything, and it won't let me get to the results to see. But that was a spectacular comeback. If I have to say so myself, that was a spectacular comeback. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to see the results of this game because it's just sitting here saying waiting for game results. But if you guys like that one, that was a hell of a comeback, man. If you guys like that game, give me a thumbs up, subscribe so you keep in touch with all of my new content that comes out. Hit me up on all my social medias. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, whatever. I'm also streaming on Saturdays, so you can come and check out my stream. All that information is in the box below. I'm going to give it another minute here to see if the game results come up at all. And then if not, I'm just going to peace out. It took count for the quest, because I did complete 2 quests with Raynor there. But for whatever reason, I'm not getting the game results. Alright, well, I guess it's not going to come up. But that was a great play, or a great end of the game there. Well, thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time.